keep mercy
while I change.
God keep mercy while
I change.
you are what I figure, what I figure. You give mercy
While I change.
oh, Kelama kam genye otito makanjiribia Kelama kam genye ya otitoma kam genye niweze ndieze
Kelama kam genye
otitoma kanjiribia when I see him, when he comes, I shall be like him. I shall see him
when he comes. I shall be like him as he reads.
You know, when I was growing up, there are two spirits that punished me. There are two spirits that punished me, and this night I hate them. I've been very bitter since I was born, remembering that these spirits punished me. And tonight I'm in this altar with so much hatred in my heart over those two spirits that punished me. They didn't only want to punish me, they wanted to kill me and ruin me. You see, but there was a helper in me, even at the time of ignorance. This night, as I was driving to the church, I remembered those spirits, and I know what was in their mind. And that spirit is still torturing people. It's in the midst of the church, destroying the value of brightness, the power of God in the church. I told them in the car, I said the first time I entered into the city of Lagos was 1993 from Benin through road. The moment I entered into Lagos, I knew that Lagos was not a city that a human being who is a Nigerian should play with. Quickly, at the gate of Lagos, I was able to know the difference between Lagos and Benin immediately. I want to say to a young man, don't destroy a work men did with effort. It takes a lot of effort and pain to make things to happen in an evil earth. Let me repeat what I said. I said it takes a lot of effort to make things happen in this earth that is evil. So don't even be a companion to destroyers. You wake up in the morning, somebody gave you 5,000. Don't frown your face. The person didn't ask you to give him back, so don't even frown your face. It's not everybody that gives it to you. As small as 5,000 naira is, it took effort to manifest. So when somebody gave it to you, why did you frown your face? Someone who gave it to you, did he ask you to pay? Did he ask you to pay you back? Ask you to pay him back? Or is he making demand on anything from you? Somebody said, come take this and buy something and walk away. The angel of darkness didn't even allow me to start to understand early until I go through pain. And you don't need to go through pain to understand something. No, you don't need to go through pain. There are two projects that came into my mind and I doubted God. 1997 is 27 years. I was about to buy Kanu land. That place Kanu Church is. And the land, to compare with the people that were around me, was very far away, the money. And then right before me, 27 years ago, I could look at human beings and I know the difference between people. I could look at people and I know the difference between people. When pain was before me. And then when we came here to buy 18 plots of land, when I look around and I look at the money they're asking us to bring, I've been wondering how it will happen. I went to Port Harcourt. One of those times I went peace to police. Police, you appreciated. I and police, we went to Port Harcourt to go and look for money for this land. A boy came to visit me because she's marrying one of my daughters. And I said, there is a project in Lagos, and the boy calculated the amount of money this place need. And he said, Daddy, this is a big amount of money that you're looking for. He didn't give me a dime. And then he magnified the problem. Then my pain increased in that hotel room. But tonight, I'm not looking for money to buy this place. Now, I came to judge that spirit that tormented me, that is in the midst of the church. You know, when pastors are telling you that they will do miracle happen here, miracle happen, that is why they are dying. You see, because they don't know what is power. Power is in knowing. There is a power, there is a light that when it goes into the life of a man, the life of that man changes. Now, it is not about that power yet. It's about recognizing that you need that thing that can change your inward being. Because man is not outside. Let me review what I said. I said man is not outside. So power is not outside. How can a power, like I said on Monday, Tuesday morning, I said a pastor that built ministry on charismatism has not met God. Did you think it? You enter into a church and the man is emphasizing healing, emphasizing prophecy. Did you? He is emphasizing healing, miracle, prophecy, because he has not met God. If he meets God, he will not care about what God will do for you. He will care about what you will become. It is after he cares about what you will become, he will not start caring about what God will do for you. Because whatever God will do for you, he will do from you. Some people keep on emphasizing ministry, what God will do, and people are dying. I say people. And then the pastors themselves are also dying. It's just because darkness is unforgivable. I said that darkness is unforgivable. It's an enigma. It's something that when it is inside the people, that what is there to achieve is destruction. That is unavoidable. Now, one of the ways to know that somebody is not valuable is that he will hate learning. Listen, I shared a message on the children of disobedience. And while I was teaching it, my life changed. Then I know why you were looking at a boy. Is it because when people's life are stolen, what is left for them is bad character? Don't forget what I said. I'm not learning how to preach. I made 430 people, so I'm not learning revelation. When somebody's inner person is stolen, that's the real life, Satan replaces that person's life with another spirit that will first of all destroy that person inside before you use that person to cause problem wherever the person is found. A small girl that you saw in the church there after church, and he looking at you, he doesn't know good morning, sir. He just walk away. Something happened yesterday. Is it yesterday? Is it yesterday on? Yes, yesterday. I came late and a little bit late, and then the staffs gathered in the administrative block there to sign their name, and I was watching them in the camera. One person out of them greeted people there with knee bowing. I couldn't see her face very well. That's when she wanted to greet somebody, because she greeted Pastor Manuela. When she wanted to greet Pastor Manuela, she would just do like this. When she wanted to greet another person, she just did like this. I didn't see her face very well, but I knew that the only person out of that staff there that can do it is only one person. One person. And when I didn't see, because I didn't see her face, I didn't need to see her face, because only one person has the character. If I need a wife and you have bad character, why will I bring you to my house? Why? Why will I bring you to my house to reduce the years of my mother? Why would I bring you to my house to cause me high blood pressure? Those who came to sign that thing, you know the person. If you say they are two, then you're not a child of God. And when she was doing it, it pleased me to the deep. I said, it pleased me. I said, it pleased me to the deep. Sometimes when somebody said, I want to hate my husband, is your husband an idiot? The first thing that should come to a woman's heart is not to help a man. Excuse me. The first thing that should come to a woman's heart is to honor a man. You look at me and say, what you're going to do for me to help me? Help me how? If you want to help me, I have to accept you. Because it is living together. And if I didn't have anything and I cannot walk, then you don't need to come to me. If I can feed you. Excuse me. There is no power anywhere on earth that can reduce me. In case you don't know. Because I'm a Messiah. Now, why I brought that story is because of what I'm about to start preaching. It is not a preaching. Don't call it a preaching. It's a discussion. It's power. It's power. It's a road I want to give somebody. It's not a preaching. I say it is a rod. A rod of that, what is called the actual power of God. It's not perishable power. I'm talking about the actual power. And if you're hearing me, you don't want to take care of children, don't give birth. There'll be no need. If a girl will be growing before you and be wasting, then you must not give birth. I was telling them in prayer the other day, I was offended. I said, some children, if it is me that get back to them, they will not grow up as adults. There are some people I see around. If it is me that get back to them, they won't grow up. You mean I will be giving you food, paying your school fees, and I can't control you? You won't grow up. You won't grow up to bring shame to family. I'll pay school fees for you, go and I can't talk to you. Excuse me, you're just crawling. You're just crawling, and I see that you're forming rebellion. Or even when you're crawling, you know there's some children. How it starts in children is when you tell a child something, instead of changing, again, I will teach you how to cry. No, I will teach you how to cry very well. When I slap your son, when I slap him, I made him to know that Kennedy you see there should not teach him rebellion. I slap him to make him to understand that Kennedy should not teach him rebellion. You know, when I was slapping him, I was trying to control myself. I told them the other day in the church, I said, listen, if you are a rebel, I will be strong. I will put a knife on your head, you will keep bleeding. I'll be smiling with you with a rod in your neck. Maybe you didn't hear what I said. That means when you see me, you start running. If you don't run, mayhem will happen. Because nobody dies around me. I'm not a preacher for game. I say I'm not. Yes, I'm a living sacrifice. So you cannot waste before me. I say you can't. People that to waste for them are those who want to make gain from me. I'm not here to make gain. I've already lost my life. The best will happen for you. I said, if you look at the course I came with, they're up to 10, and I cannot teach more than 4. I just brought 2 new out of all I have announced. You look at an adult who you should kneel down to greet, you look at him and despise him, and you're far younger, then you will suffer. What I said, did you hear what I said? Huh? I would like us to pray. I'm about to teach something. I'm not shouting on it. I will make it clear. This night, why I came the way I came is a night of God. I don't want to teach anything that is simple. I teach things that only God's here. Only things that are not discussed in the realm of man. I teach only things only God's. But hear me, in case you think, listen, I will come in front of the world and stay, and I'm not going to rush in front of the world. There is no power under the earth or we said that can stop me. You better hear me. I will never live in a very cheap way. I don't want to live a cheap ordinary life. Maybe somebody hear what I said. I said I will never live a cheap. I will never live a life that another man alive can replicate. It is not possible. And I'm not going to bring a knowledge that another man can replicate. So when I am done now, if another man said no human being born of a woman, we get very close to this deep. The last time what I'm about to say was said was the time of Jesus. The last time, not even Apostle Paul, was the time of Jesus. So the first thing I want to be teaching this night is that the Christ, the God, or the Christ is the God in Jesus. So I would like you to pray, and you will not be denied the power. I said you will not be denied the power of this deep. Is the power, and that is the original power. This is the kind of power that affects spirits. Listen, you don't heal spirits because they don't get sick. You don't lay a hand on spirit and say a cripple is walking. Spirits don't get crippled. All this drama we do in the church is just something that happened because of men's limitation. Because of one more thing before you pray. If you are a father and you have a son or your daughter, allow your son or your daughter to feel your fatherhood. Let me repeat what I just said. Allow your son or your daughter to feel. Don't love him that he will not feel it. A father is a carrier of rod. He has to feel it. Don't get familiar with that girl. You love him, you care for him, you give everything you need. When he sees you, he shakes. And then when he sees you, he feels friendly. There must be a demarcation. Your wife will not have capacity to do it. I said your son must feel your presence as a father. He must feel it. Both in care and in discipline. He's a figurehead. I believe for 31 years, I've met wasted lives. I said I've met waste. I told you before, I said, if you see a pastor emphasizing healing, emphasizing prophecy, emphasizing all this, he doesn't want people to look at his life very well. No, he doesn't want people to look at the life that will sustain his ministry. If you're Satan, you want to take people's life, do you take something that's preserved? And does gift and miracle preserve a man of God? That's why we hear somebody, hey, man of God, miracle worker. Satan will give them 10 years. Because they have something nonsense have taken over their call. They have already started emphasizing something that should not be emphasized. When you are a father and a boy is behaving strange in your life, in your family, and you're tolerating him, listen, you're raising up a waster. And you will repeat. It's not be a waster. It will never be well with a waster, both as a child or as an adult. Excuse me, I should be doing miracle. Local service should have a future. I know how I became shepherd. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't become shepherd by luck. All that Locust Army has is possible with Locust Army because I didn't waste what came into my hand. I told you that I have a determination not to buy expensive things. I've never bought anything expensive since I was born, and I will never. I don't believe something I'm wearing outside should add anything to me. Oh, this green I wear only. Excuse me, if you come to wear this green, is you see cloth. But how many does it make? The clothes came to me from several places. So it's not that I'm struggling to buy clothes. When I couldn't get it from several places, I didn't have it. When I couldn't get it easily, if you take everything I have, you won't take that life. If you take everything that I have, I won't lose it. When I came from Lagos, I went to that nonsense house to live, from Kano, just to make it to know I can live there. And excuse me, don't think I was broke. That's why I was living there. I had capacity. I told you that when I came into that room, I ran out 2 times. Then I went to prayer ground to get grace to come into a nonsense room that was making me uncomfortable. When I was running out, can't I rent? That time rented duplex was 1.6 million. They told me when I was in Kano 14 years ago. And was I Somebody who was pastoring in church was 1.5 million, 1.6 million, a problem to me. So why didn't I rent it? I went to rent duplex where a place I came to pastor does not have place of worship. I will be going into a public hall to be preaching while I'm living in a big house. It's impossible. It will never happen. That's the wrong priority. It might not make meaning to you, but people that came the way I came will never live that way. So tonight I will like somebody to pray and say, Lord, I'm ready for your light. I am ready for your light. Lato sopotolia rababa shata. Larato me suprato me kadeano torabus. Zeto me lopreto safiloska. Yara kalabotoriene de bosonto la baratayas. Lord, I am ready for your light. Let your light be shed abroad in my heart. Lara sopetolia ranato pakata. Lere de bosanta la rababa. Thank you, Lord, in the name of Jesus. You know, sometimes some people will say, Shepherd, you know, there are things that should not be said online. That should not be said. So online is a place where people are fake. I say online is a place where people are idiots. Because people are not properly trained. Don't you even know that some parents doesn't even have power to train their children? So I should tell them, I should talk to them from the altar. They say, hey, there are some things that should not be said online. As a teacher. No, you should go and remove Isaiah from the Bible. Remove Jeremiah. Remove the cautions of Apostle Paul. And then make it civilized. You know, be telling people all that they want online. So when we come online, we'll be telling people all so that we can be fake. So somebody who is hearing mysteries should not also hear correction. So God, who want to bless people online, should not also caution people online. Sit down. Let me say this before I go into that teaching. There are pain you will never avoid if you will share in the divinity of God. If you avoid that pain, you will never be divine. I mean the circumcision. There is a cutting. There is a cutting of the outward layer that the human being must not avoid. If that human being must represent God. It was really pleasant for God to take his son to the cross. Was it really pleasant? I said, was it really pleasant for a man to watch his son not only being punished, killed, and he has power to deliver him? And somebody said online, God does not dwell in men until God takes a particular form. Let me repeat it. I say God does not dwell in men until God takes a particular incarnate form. So the God